And what do you see as your biggest lending challenge right now?
I would say being convenient for the members when they're out shopping and they happen to go into a dealership. Oftentimes, the finance person, the dealership, they have everything there, and since we're a little bit of a small shop, we don't have the resources to have the indirect lending, and so we do lose the loans to the dealership. That's been a challenge. Oftentimes they'll come in and get pre-approved, and then they'll find out what our rate is, and the dealerships can come back and say, "Oh, I can beat that rate." And they'll be scrambling to find through, and they go through, and they do. But many times, though, if the member has come to us after the fact, or we find out about it, we will be able to recapture that loan. But it's a lot of work.
And you were mentioning just now you're going to get into loan participations. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, through the partnerships of working with other credit unions that do have those indirect lending relationships and they hit their concentration risk, then we will, they've approached us. In fact, we've got one where we did some fish houses, because in Minnesota we got frozen lakes, and we were able to buy a pool of $2 million in our books. Good loans, go through every single one of them and be able to give that credit union the money so they have the liquidity and get back and do some more loans for fish houses.
Fish houses.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Whole new market there. So.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
I'm sure they have
Ice
some pretty
castles
fancy
is what they call them.
ice
Yeah,
castles.
the ice castles. And who knew?
Yeah. And you're also getting into business lending a little bit?
We've been doing business lending in the last 5 years or so, and we happen to have a good resource is CU Companies that's located in New Brighton, CUSO, and they have a great business lending staff. And then what will happen is that we've been able to participate in, because a larger lender can be the lead lender, and then we'll participate in up to our capital max at 12.5% of our assets. So we can send a few $100,000 their way. As a smaller credit union, it allows us that avenue too. We've also had 2 members that are small business owners themselves and came to us, and we were able to help them, even though we weren't the lead lender. They were still able to work with us, and we would give them the $1 million mortgages that they needed on their business. So it worked for them. It worked for us too.
And what advice would you offer your fellow lenders about succeeding in the lending arena?
Listen, find out the motivation. A lot of times it's what is motivating them, and to listen and see if there's a way to find a solution. And if not for you, perhaps reaching out to your peers might come up with an idea that you yourself may not have thought of. I know I've done that at times. Like, I'm not sure what I could do here, and I'll reach out and somebody else will have a great idea.